The night I met Elizabeth Hawthorne was the night my life changed forever. I always loved the quiet of libraries. They were sanctuaries of knowledge, where the hustle and bustle of life faded into a peaceful silence. That's why I took the job at the old university library. It was said to be haunted, but I didn't believe in ghosts. At least, not until I encountered something that changed my mind forever. It was a stormy night, and I had agreed to cover the late shift. The rain pounded against the tall windows, and the wind howled through the cracks in the ancient walls. I was alone, save for the rows of books that seemed to whisper secrets from their pages. Around midnight, as I was organizing the shelves in the back, I heard the faintest of sounds. It was a soft, rhythmic tapping, like fingers drumming on wood. "Hello," I called out, my voice barely louder than a whisper. No response. I walked down the dimly lit aisle, the sound growing louder with each step. It led me to the rare books section, a place few people ever ventured. As I rounded the corner, I saw a figure standing in the shadows. It was a young woman, her back turned to me, her long hair cascading down her shoulders. She wore an old-fashioned dress, the kind you'd see in Victorian portraits. "Excuse me, miss, the library is closed," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. She didn't move, didn't acknowledge my presence. I took a hesitant step closer. "Miss, are ya okay?" Slowly, she turned to face me. Her eyes were hollow, empty sockets that stared right through me. I froze, my heart pounding in my chest. She opened her mouth, and a whispery voice emerged, echoing in the stillness. "Help me." I stumbled back, nearly tripping over my own feet. What do you need?" I managed to stammer. She pointed to a book on the shelf behind me, her hand trembling. "Find the book," she whispered. "He mustn't know." With shaking hands, I reached for the book she indicated. It was an old, leather-bound volume with no title. As I pulled it from the shelf, a folded piece of paper slipped out and fluttered to the floor. I picked it up and unfolded it. The paper was yellowed with age, and written in elegant script was a single name, Elizabeth Hawthorne. When I looked up, the woman was gone. I was alone in the dimly lit aisle, the only sound the rain lashing against the windows. I quickly returned to the front desk, my mind racing. Who was Elizabeth Hawthorne? And who was? I decided to do some research. I booted up the old computer and typed the name into the university's archives. A few moments later, an article from the late 1800s appeared on the screen. Elizabeth Hawthorne was a student at the university who had mysteriously disappeared one stormy night, never to be seen again. Rumors at the time suggested she was involved with a professor, a man known for his interest in the occult. As I read, the library's lights flickered, and the computer screen went black. I heard footsteps behind me and turned to see the same professor from the old photograph in the article, standing in the doorway. His eyes were cold, piercing. "You shouldn't have taken the book," he said, his voice low and menacing. I backed away, clutching the book to my chest. "Who are you?" He stepped closer, his form becoming more solid, more real. "I am the guardian of these secrets. Elizabeth was meant to help me, but she tried to escape. And now, you have interfered." Desperate, I opened the book, hoping to find something, anything, that could save me. The pages were filled with strange symbols, incantations in a language I couldn't understand. The air grew colder, the shadows deeper. "Give me the book," he demanded, his voice echoing with unnatural power. "No," I shouted, holding it tighter. "What did you do to her?" His fist twisted into a sinister smile. "She is bound here, as you will be, forever." In a surge of defiance, I tore a page from the book and threw it at him. He recoiled, his form flickering like a faulty light. Seizing the moment, I grabbed the paper with Elizabeth's name and held it up. "Elizabeth," I called out, "show me the way." The ghostly figure of Elizabeth appeared beside me, her eyes filled with gratitude. She placed her hand on the page, and a blinding light erupted, enveloping the room. When the light faded, the professor was gone. The library was silent once more. Elizabeth turned to me, her form shimmering. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice a soft breeze. "The curse is broken." With that, she vanished, leaving me alone in the now eerily quiet library. I never saw her again, but I kept the book, a reminder of the night I learned that some secrets are best left forgotten.